no, my hair go. That's alright. It needed to happen. Hey guys, it's Bobby from Gyre Media, and today we're going to be talking about Blue Exorcist Season 2, Episode 2. Now, in this episode, we finally got, finally, I say finally, it's Episode 2, but we got an opening theme, but sadly, I wasn't a big fan of it. Anybody who's enjoyed the first season of Blue Exorcist, I think it had two openings, and they're both really, really good. Specifically, the second opening, it's called like "In My World" or something like that. That's one of my favorite like openings of all time. So I kind of had like set the bar really high for Blue Exorcist season 2 regarding music for it. It's not bad. I mean, it looks really good. The whole show looks really good. That goes without saying, but I don't know. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I kind of like the cool like rock songs from like the first season. Overall, I thought the episode was all right. Definitely there was no action really in the episode at all. It wasn't really about that. The ending theme was pretty good. If we go back to the music a little bit, the ending theme made up for that opener a little bit, but bring back "In My World" or something like that. Like I said, the animation's still great. Even though there wasn't a lot of action, the main theme that I took away from this episode was how people deal with loss and how you can attack stuff in different ways. And we see a ton of different characters in the show dealing with some form of loss. We get Rin, our main character, who is striving to establish a relationship with people who he had made friends with in the first season, who now don't have any trust because now they know like what he is. He's the son of Satan, and this thing that kind of terrifies them. And he that really upsets him. You see him striving to really want to talk to Shimi and his other friends and stuff like that. And I'd imagine sometime he'll get there, and he's kind of headstrong on it. He's gonna keep trying, but I think deep down he's hurting him a little bit. We also see the loss, the big loss that a whole bunch of characters have felt because of the Blue Knight. From many, many years ago. I mean, a lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people lost their families. Including, I'm going to butcher this guy's name. I believe it's Kanekomaru? Yeah? Kanekomaru, the little, like, bald Krillin looking guy. He ended up losing, like, a whole bunch of his family, I believe. And in this episode, he actually goes and prays and, pays his respects to that. And, I won't delve too deep into this here, but I am a religious person. And that's one thing I really like about this anime is that, it's not like beating people over the head to like be religious, but I like the aspect that prayer has a place in this anime, and it's kind of also cool that they can kind of like fight with it. But I just kind of like the respect that the show has like for the dead, and seeking a power like other than yourself. To kind of deal with issues, and I thought that was really cool to show that part of Kanekomaru. I also say that I thought it was kind of funny that is it Suguro or Suguro's like family like has this like inn that they're staying in, and they're all dealing with loss because because of the Blue Knight. His dad, who's like their high priest or whatever, has kind of lost his standing, and now he's kind of like a drunken idiot. He's a pretty funny character himself, but we get to see the backstory between his relationship with his son Suguro, and you kind of get the sense that he used to really love his father and look up to his father, and then his father really let him down. So he lost, that respect that he had, and the admiration that he had, and that's kind of why he pushed him to become an exorcist, was to sort of, I feel like to find motivation again. To rebuild what was lost, to get the respect of everyone back, and for whatever reason, his dad doesn't agree with this notion. I'm sure they'll delve into that in the future, but for right now, it just seems kind of you get the feeling that there's something deeper there. This guy's not just a drunken idiot. I feel like he's a much deeper character than that. But yeah, so we get Rin losing his friends. We get Suguro's clan. Suguro's father really losing respect, him losing respect for his father, them losing status, losing a lot of people, leaving that clan of exorcists or whatever they are at that temple. Kanekamaru losing like his whole family, or at least a whole lot of loved ones, it would seem. And then you get the big picture here is they're fighting to not lose the other eye of the Impure King. That's what this whole mission's about. That's why we're in Kyoto. That's why we're visiting Suguro, or I think it's Bon that they call him, which is like master or something. I didn't really get the joke 100% because I guess it's like master of an inn or something like that. And his family now owns an inn. But obviously, the spine of the story here is that they're preparing for this fight that they're going to have to not lose this right eye. So you have a whole bunch of characters that have lost something, a whole movement really that has lost a lot, and they're fighting to not lose any more. And pretty good episode. Not a lot of action, like I said, but a lot of cool backstory and some good, some wood delving into the characters. We get a cool conversation between Rin and Shima, I think his name is. He's the kind of like goofy character who fights with like the staff, and he kind of gets stuck talking to Rin, and they kind of have a conversation that starts sounding like old times, like back in the day. And that was kind of heartwarming. You can the pieces are starting to fall into place here, where at some point the relationship for these kids is going to have to somewhat come back together if they're going to work together at all. And but yeah, pretty good episode. I'd like to see some more action. I wish we had a better opening theme, but it's all right. The ending theme was pretty good. Animation is amazing, and sets the scene for how the rest of the season is probably going to be. We're probably going to get some actiony episodes, and we're going to get some, episodes that make you think and show off some background, which I don't mind in the show. I mean, it's good to mix it up. Let me know down below what you guys thought of episode 2 of the Kyoto arc of Blue Exorcist. And guys, as always, this is Bobby signing out.